Live at Rock and Roll Mine in Herkimer County. This is WROX. We report the rocks, and sometimes we report the crystals. This just came out of this area over here. And we're going to get back into it. We did a live a little earlier. We were in a live earlier and we found some crystals that look like this. So we're going to get back in there and see if we can find some more in this ledge and below. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing here. We're getting these we need more of them. It's International Bonnie Day, 10/10, because Bonnie's a 10/10. This crystal's definitely a 10/10. It's a sweetie. It's got some carbon inclusions right there. It's got a really perfect flat face on this one side. Makes a nice window to this triangle portal thing in the back of it. Goes to some other universe or something. Where whatever that thing does, I don't know. We better not unleash it too soon, just in case. Okay, here's what we all need a little bit more of. It's coffee. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to sit here for a minute. I'm laying on some dirt. I'm comfy. We're just going to get to this coffee. We're going to assess the situation here, okay? We're going to try to get a good camera angle and stuff, because that's part of the job. So here we are. We're at Rock and Roll Mine. This is a pocket, and a lot of crystals came out of there. Probably 100 crystals came out of that pocket right there. Wrecking Crew Miner boys took a big vug, got a lot of nice gems, and there was a pocket there. So, finding pockets is not an everyday kind of thing, you know? Pockets are different. Pockets they just hit different. You gotta hit the pocket different, and then all kinds of gems fly out of it. And if you're not careful, you can really mess a pocket up. So, with that in mind, I'm the only one who empties pockets here, because I have the experience. So I've been emptying this pocket and it kind of fizzled out. Wrecking Crew Miners did it again. We hit another pocket. I hit quite a few pockets this season. I think that would be pocket number 8. 7. Pocket 7. 7 pockets this season. 1 with those boys and 6 others most notably interceptor pocket this season. That was a good one. Okay, so we're going to get back to knocking some of this rock. Because we don't kick rocks here, we knock rocks. Knock some sense into them. This is an empty safety meeting. This is what it looks like. Empty safe. Well, I got some bad news yesterday, and that came from my dad. And that old man told me, he said, remember that one guitar that I gave you when you were a teenager? And I said, not really, Dad. Because I didn't have a lot of electric guitars when I was a teenager. But I did play in one electric band. And I couldn't for the life of me even remember what guitar I played in that band. So I figured, well, it must have been that one. And he says, and I remembered, I go, wasn't it well, first of all, the band that I was playing in at the time, which was an electric band, was a band in Southwest Florida called Big Bong Theory. And it was a psychedelic rock band. It was kind of like if Soundgarden and Pink Floyd had a weird baby. And so it was kind of like Hawkwind, or Monster Magnet. Now consider the fact that we're talking about 1993-ish. And I don't fucking remember. And he goes, well, I saw that guitar that I gave you, that you played in that band, because I said, is it the guitar that I played when I was in Big Bong Theory? Because I don't remember what guitar I played. And he said, yeah, that was it. It was that band. It had to have been it, he said. And he said, well, that guitar that I gave you that you played in that band, he said, I saw it on eBay the other day. And I go, really? He's like, you know how much that guitar is worth now? I said, I don't even remember that guitar. He said, well, I said, wasn't it a Les Paul? Gibson Les Paul? He said, yeah. That guitar, gold top, Les Paul, he says, $300,000 that guitar is going for now. Boy. Whew. That's a lot of money, y'all, for a fucking guitar. I would never think. Honestly, probably gave that guitar away when I was done using it. Probably gave it to somebody else who was playing in an electric band, because then, after that, I didn't play in an electric band for years, and I feel like I just gave that guitar away. Oh, man. It's funny. And we laughed. I don't think he thought it was very funny. Anyway, sorry, Dad. I gave away our fortune. Gave it away. I don't know. I don't remember where that guitar went. I really don't even remember what it looked like. Anyway, I'm going to look and see about some comments, and then I'm going to start mining. You know, I think I gave that guitar away to one of my buddies. I don't remember. Might be on eBay now, though. Who knows? Maybe that's the one. Pops wasn't too happy about that. Imagine not ever making $300,000 with a song if you wrote 200 songs on that guitar, but that guitar is worth $300,000. Crazy. Les Paul Gold Top. I don't know why the damn thing's worth that much money, but some kind of special edition or some shit. I do remember it was an old guitar. I just don't remember what it looked like. But I've heard some recordings of that band, and that was a nasty sounding guitar. That was a good guitar. I think I was 16 when I played in that band. Big Bong Theory. Big Bong Theory. There's one recording of Big Bong Theory, and I think it's on YouTube. But now there's a show called Big Bong Theory, so it's impossible. Or Big Bang Theory. Or now there's another band called Big Bong Theory, I meant to say. But there's a show called Big Bang Theory. There's another band called Big Bong Theory. Someone was bound to think of it sooner or later. We thought of it in 1991. 1992. And that was a band that was... The recording was done by Ed from Sluggish Show Records, of a show that we did one night. It was a Halloween night, Halloween show. And we're this far into this safety meeting, and that recording of that night is absolutely terrible, but it does exist. We did some recordings, but they were all on reel-to-reel. All those reel-to-reels are gone. Ends up that guitar is worth about $300,000 worth more than any of those songs. So get your safety meetings out, because this is a pop quiz. Here we are at the rock and roll tailings field. I cleared all of the, well, I cleared most of the leaves, and now it's back to tailings that can be dragged. All that pile of leaves over there got moved, and now we have this beautiful tailings reclamation. Okay. Crystals all up in this. Everywhere, all up in this stuff. And the more I walk on it, the less it gets fluffed, and then I got to go around. You know, it rains. Little baby crystals pop out. Some medium-sized crystals, when they've been dragged and the tailings are fresh again. Some glass, you know. And, yeah, that's what's happening here. There it is. The tailings drag. And we left this giant boulder in the middle of it because the thing was being a dick. So we just left it there. Because it's freaking gigantic. And we tried to dig it out. But we just got bored, you know. Yeah, figured, hey, let's just not do that. We can make those kind of executive decisions here at Rock and Roll. Just leave the rock there. It ain't gonna roll. Leave the rock. Before we do anything, everybody knows what we got to do. We got to get safe. We got to make sure that we can be on the level. We got to be on the level with the spirit guides. That's a fact. Now, some of y'all might not believe that I know some shaman things to do. That seems a little bit silly, maybe. You can call it whatever you want. Wizard shit, shaman stuff, you know, whatever. You can call it being dumb and doing stupid shit in the middle of the woods. You can call it that. Go ahead and leave a comment about it. Roast me, dude. Roast me, bros. You know, but fact of the matter is, we're doing safety meetings because safety meetings are protocol. And we got to do things around here so that the mountain does things for us. And if you're familiar, in other words, family with this channel, then you know that it fucking works, okay? So you can see the results of my wizard shit to do. And you can just see, you can see it. Proof is in the pudding, babies, all right? Know what I'm saying? You could check it out. Verified. We be getting into it, okay? We get right into it. And that's only because the mountain lets us. You can't just go around taking apart mountains, you know, without any consent. You gotta have consent from the mountain. Or you know what happens? Landslide, okay? Land shark. Next thing you know, you got a bunch of boulders on the top of your head. If you didn't do the right things to be able to get into the party, you know, you're a party crasher at that point. And frankly, whatever happens to you happens if you don't do it right. Don't fuck around and find out, you know. We've all seen the videos on the internet of people doing dumb shit in nature and not paying any attention and having bad things happen. Like, you could just be skiing down a mountain with your headset on, listening to Bjork, or something and just cruising, and there's a bear chasing after you all the way down the mountain if you're not paying attention to fucking details, man. You know? Here's another one that's popular. You could be at somewhere like the Grand Canyon and you could just be walking backwards, just trying to take a good selfie and get everybody in the picture, and then you just fall right off the Grand Canyon down to your incredibly painful death at the bottom of the Grand Canyon with a bunch of rocks. You know, you just become part of those rocks now. And that's not a good way to go. So you got to pay attention to details when you're out in nature. And, you know, if you're having a safety meeting out in nature, just know that every animal within a mile of you is going to know that you're there. So if it wants to eat you, it's going to find you. Or if it's scared of you, it's going to leave. So safety meetings in nature are a good deterrent, because they're like, ew, gross, humans. Let's get out of here. They're terrible. You know, and you just kind of want to like throw that out there. Like, yeah, war, you know, wars. Yeah, that's us. Okay, we're here. We're here smoking weed. You know, but we also, like, we're the cause of wars in the world, and famine and hunger and all the displacement of all of your animal families and friends. Yeah, that's us. So the animals, they don't really want to fuck with you unless you are skiing down a mountain. It seemed like some kind of food. If you're putting on a good chase, you know, if you but if you're just sitting there by the side of a stream, minding your own damn business, some bears might walk by and just go do their thing. You never know. It can go all kinds of different ways. But one thing about a safety meeting in nature is that it is a good signal. It's a great smoke signal to everything around you that you, the worst animal on the planet, are within close proximity of their young children, and they should beware. So I say safety meetings in nature are great for animals. We're probably going to pick up a hammer and bang some stuff soon. Bang it all around, see what happens, see if any crystals are inside of this rock. There were some crystals in there and in there, and it all donuted all around. It was a big circle of crystals. Might keep going. Who knows? I don't know. I never know. I'm just making this shit up as I go along. Here we go with this safety meeting idea. We just throw it way far back in there, as far back in there as we can get it, and then we just try to sedate the general population in there so all crystals don't run. That's how I really get a lot of crystals, okay? They're just like so stoned. You gotta smoke them out. I know some of you out there are just thinking to yourself, who the fuck does this guy think he is? What the hell is this guy talking about? And you would be right. You would be right. That's fine. I'm not going to deny it. What am I talking about? I don't know. I have to talk about things a lot on this channel, okay? That's what Bob and Susan at headquarters told me. They said, look, have you seen other people's podcasts? That's what they said. Have you seen Theo Vaughn's podcast? That fool just sits around. He just talks shit to everybody. That's all he does. And so I said, no, I've never seen that. And they said, well, you better get with the times, buddy. I said, Bob, don't call me buddy. He said, listen, pal, we're gonna write you up, send the report to HR. That's what they told me. So they said if I don't come up with some interesting dialogue, I said, fine, I'll just steal all of Norm Macdonald's jokes. They said, we don't care. Fine, Bob. Okay, fine. Consider it done. Consider it done. WROX is brought to you in part by contributions by viewers like you. Contributions can be free. You can subscribe to the channel, like one video or all of them if you feel crazy about it. You can also leave some comments, just leave some real zingers, okay, there in the comments. You can roast me. Just roast me in the comments. It's fine. I'll roast you back. Boom. Roasted, okay? Leave the comments. Leave a thumbs up. Share the video, okay? We give away a crystal at every 1,000 subscribers. So far, we've given away one, count them, one, that's one finger, one crystal. We're coming up on two, all right? We have almost 2,000 followers. We're at like 1,800 or something like that. We got like 100 more, 200 more, something like that. I can't really count very good, all right? But I know we've given away one crystal, because that's not counting very high yet. Tell your friends about this channel, and you know what? Everybody can enter. You can enter to win free crystals every 1,000 followers. Everybody can friggin' enter. It's free to enter. Everything is free here. Unless you're watching me from Russia. But hell, dial it in anyway. 99.9 on your ham radio, on your police scanner, on your microwave. Just dial it in. Anything that'll dial. Try it out. Let's see. Let's find out. How far does the WROX signal really reach. We're reaching about 3 people right now. So that could be any triangulation of any distance. We don't really know. Leave a comment, say hi. All right, so I'm gonna break some things. getting into it. This is a presentation of how to slowly destroy with care while also definitely destroying quickly, as quickly as possible, slowly. It's kind of like what I've tried to do with my life, just a little bit different. A pretty severe toe right here. It's come down, it's rounded off, and it was locking up all these layers. They had a good form. They want to be together. They want to come out in rocks. But when you get a toe over, it's really pinning it all down. It's rounded off on the top, and it's just really difficult to unpin that stuff. But you got to do it, and then you're going to get into these layers. You want to just uncover these layers, because then you can get it out methodically, a little bit different than just smash and grab, or, otherwise, I don't really know what else there is. It's just pretty much either do it slow or smash and grab along the way. In this game, there's not a lot of moves. This is slower, and it's more of an artisanal mining situation. No machines, so the difference being that I can take time to understand a lot of the geology as the way it is, 5%. It's open 1%. And honestly, I think we're at around the 1 to 3%. And usually they're broken in the ground and layers here. They're broken here. There's some ceiling gaps and something along those lines. And that's not to say that I'll never ever break a piston. I'm not saying that. Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't show you if I do. Because they just get silently. They keep it moving. That's all. I don't hide them. They keep it moving. And here we are. This is a good shelf now. This is cap rock. This is hard as fuck. This is not fucking wood. This is a layer of cap rock that is solid, solid, solid. And I expect that below this cap rock there's going to be a pocket hole. And this isn't velcro, it's just a coating. You can see real nice ones over here. It's just a coating of velvet the size of like that. It has like these two perfectly beautiful crystals. Pretty big crystals. I expect more like that as we continue. And my ultimate goal is to keep doing this one on this side. On this large and on this side. Food and on the bottom. That's what I was told. Here to here on land, and then straight to him. That's what I was told when I was doing it. So, but that was never lots. I'm sure that's the truth. Yep. The government said, go to hell. And I said, aye, aye, Captain. We got one tiny little crystal. One very flat tab hawknose looking thing. Oh, and it looks like it was, there's another half over there somewhere. Looks like it's been broken for a while. Speaking of previously broken crystals, here's the face of one half. Let's switch it up. Let's get just a little closer. Get a little closer for a little while. Maybe. Here's where I smashed the copper with the hammer, and that's no longer annealed. Just to give you a little science fact. Not a lot, just a little. Now it is as hard as copper will get. Dang it. All right then. Okay. Alrighty then. So there you have it. Split that right down the seam of a good amount of the base of it. right along that seam there. Split that bitch. Okay. You can see here, we're getting a split all along here, all along this entire you can dig it out, you don't have to. It's gonna split right there anyway. But if you want to be certain that there's no crystals right there in that area, break it out right there along that seam. Expose a little bit of it. It's still going, even probably stops pretty quick after this insulation right here. Maybe slowed it down a little bit, but we got a seam all along here. There we go. There we go. Oops. Oops. Get out of there. Yeah. Well, I don't know if that right there is going to be strong enough. I think I'm going to pull this ledge down. Pulled that whole damn ledge down. Okay, we might have to do a few more investigations about our best point of entry. Might be somewhere else. Might still be here. We're not sure. Let's figure it out. But we don't want to go breaking stuff quite yet. Oh, and now we broke it all. Great. That's not what we want to do. But sometimes, folks, that's just what ends up happening. Everything gets broken. You should all be used to it by now. See, that's just a rock. But here's what we're going for. We're going to try to lift up a good amount of this. A good amount of this ledge and see what is under you. That's what we're going for. That's what we're asking. What is under you? And there could be some crystals there. There could be just a bunch of goddamn rocks. It's usually what's there, okay? It's not every day that we find crystals in pockets. But sometimes we do. Maybe we'll find another corresponding bug or pocket to this donut that I am gathering junk from as we speak. Just cleaning it up, figuring it out. What is the geology here? These are our finest employees. Here at Rock and Roll. Thing that you should do after you have your safety meeting, you should put on your safety glasses on your eyes, not your head. It works. It works. Okay. I am trying to figure out what is going on in this video. What can we see? All right, we can see the bottom of the sludge. Okay. I have it figured out. Great. Man, that is some tough. That'll bounce your hammer right back at you. What can we do here? Let's figure it out. What can we do here? Anything? Probably something or other. Still taking apart the roots of this toe, and I don't know how the hell they do this, but it's a thing that they do. They go in weird directions, and it's like a wave. It's like a rogue wave. It is a rogue wave, as a matter of fact, and I'm sticking with that story. That's what it is. I just figured that out just now. Whatever you want to take from that, I haven't quite figured it out yet, so don't hold me to it, but if it's a good idea, then I made it up. I did that. But not if it's garbage. I'll figure it out later. You want to go, like you just want to. This freaking thing. See where it just like comes in right there. Just changes everything. This piece too. Okay, now we're down to some shit that makes sense. Great. I like shit that makes sense. Yup. This is locking it down, but we'll make quick work of that here as we go along. Just be fucking it up, you know what I'm saying? Just fuck it up. Here's where our layer that we're peeling starts. Okay, right here. And this is different. This is not the same. This ain't the same as this. Okay? They ain't living the same life. They're touching, but they're not. They're different. We're trying to get this, all this. See that? I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know what the hell anybody can see. But here we go. You can't just tappy tap this shit. You gotta hit this motherfucker like you don't like it anymore. It's okay. Get you out of there. You don't really belong in there. This is what you're trying to do. You're trying to separate this shit from that shit. Okay? You're just separating shit. Getting it out of there. Well, that's not really quite what I wanted to do there, but it'll work. And it shows we got some room there. A little bit of room. Daddy's home, so we can just go ahead and pull the car into the garage, get dinner ready. I'm here now. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, get out of there. Who's in there? Anybody? Anybody home? Well, let's figure it out. Who fucking knows, man? I don't know. What's going on in here? Could be anything. Could be a party. Could be pretty boring in there. We don't know yet. But we're about to figure it out. We employ roots globally, okay, all over the globe. We got roots all over town. Secret agent roots. They're doing very important jobs. Okay, so that's where this freaking boulder was. That's a chunk. Let's talk about how chunk that is. That's a chunk. Okay, so that came out of here. Well, what am I telling you for? You just watched it. Sometimes I forget where I am. Okay, let's see if we can see the second piece. I'm gonna throw it down. I'm about to throw it down. Heard me? Who knows what's under it, behind it. I don't know. I can't see shit. Maybe I can't get it yet. I don't know yet. Oh, damn. That's a whole ass piece of ledge trying to come off there. Whole ass piece. Let's just see what we got going on here. Yeah, that's a lot of that ledge really wants to go. It's like, hey, don't forget about me way under here, under all this dirt. Okay. You can go too. Oh, we're gonna do it slow so we can look. Because we got a lot of dirt coming out of here. All kind of dirt. I try to avoid that, you know? I don't like the dirt in my pocket. And my bugs in my pockets. I want it to be clean. I don't see shit in that. All right. Well, it done did me dirty. Literally, just a bunch of dirt. That's a good piece of ledge. We're gonna keep it there for a minute. See what's under it. Around it. What it's touching. What's touching it. Anything yet. You know what? We got shit to do. So we want to know as soon as possible. What the hell? Well, I don't see anybody. Nobody checked in. But our interrogations have only just begun. They'll talk. Ooh, they'll talk. Those rocks will talk. If it's the last thing they ever do. This is the special Halloween edition of Rock and Roll Herkimer Co. I ain't giving out no candy. Okay, so don't be coming around trying to knock on the door, talking about it's Halloween, you got any Reese's Pieces? Because hell no, I'm eating them. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting a bunch of cheap candy. I'm gonna sit around by myself eating cheap candy. Okay? Because that's what responsible adults do. They don't have children. Might start eating candy even sooner than I expected. Sooner than I had ever expected. All right, but first, rocks. All right, well, we are just blazing through the countryside here. You know how many rocks? Listen, do you know how long it should have taken to take this apart. Recent technologies in physics have proven that it is possible to fold time, and some of us may or may not, I'm not going to say either way, may or may not have figured it out. And if you watch real closely, you'll have to wait until this video is viewable. If you watch real closely, you might pick up on a thing or two about that physics logic question that we're all posed with. How do we travel across an entire universe through another, to another dimension, through other dimensions to reach a destination that was predetermined? How? Well, here we are. Thank you for your cooperation in this matter. Rock that didn't belong there anymore, because I'm going that way. I gotta get over there in that lane. Fucking rocks. That's what. What are we really doing here? Searching for the American dream. I heard it's hidden in this mountain somewhere. Let me know if you see it anywhere. I might miss it or become too accustomed to it. But I heard that somewhere deep in these mountains is the American dream, and I'm trying to find it. And I'll go clear to hell if I have to find the American dream. Well, this rock is not negotiating yet. You bastard. Yet. Maybe things just don't go in a straight line like that. Maybe my time has expired for going in a straight line. Maybe I have to go a little bit sideways now, in a different direction, to be able to unlock the straight path, the straight course. The path of least resistance has become a path of resistance, and given that we've taken time to realize that vital part of the information, once you know, you just can't unknow. We might have to go a little bit of a different direction, but I'm hoping that we don't, because I like this direction. I like that one. I'm that one. I'm keen on that one. Kind of like Bonnie, and it's her birthday today. So I'm keen on Bonnie. She's my special lady friend, And today, 10/10, is her birthday, and there's reasons for that, because Bonnie, she's a 10 out of 10, and she's real pretty. So everybody out there, if you frequent this channel, you should probably know that Bonnie is pretty, okay? She is pretty. And today is International Bonnie Day at Rock and Roll Mine. We declared it earlier. Y'all heard me declaring it, okay? So once I declare it, that's it. It's done. Set in stone, okay? Don't even try to question it, because that's inappropriate. Y'all don't be questioning the boss. You know what I'm saying? You heard me? Freaking International Bonnie Day, 10/10, every time from here on out. Infinity. Boy, y'all know how to get in the way. That is one thing that this camera knows how to do, just get right in the damn way. But we're gonna fix that. Fixed. See, I'm a fixer. All right? Problem solver. I'm about to fix this rock right in the, hit it right in the something. We got shit to do. We need to find some crystals. Y'all are still getting in the way, though. I'm gonna tell you right now. Y'all do be getting in the way. That struggle is real. You know, just add like 3 more levels of expert level on top of this shit. Like, damn, you got to do it all around the camera. Come sideways. You got to be upside down. The camera is in the way. All right, well, it'll probably be fine, I think. Don't be mad at me. All right. So I'm trying to tell you the truth. You do be getting in the way. It's not your fault. You're just kind of thick boned. Hold on. Thick boned. Is that that's okay, right? Yeah, I like it, so that's cool. That's cool. You just big boned. That's what it is. It ain't thick boned, because that might not sound right. You know what I'm saying? It's big boned. You thick. You got a big head. That's the problem with the camera and YouTube. Big fat head getting in the way. You know? It's not your fault. You were just born that way. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm just saying. It's the truth. Okay, well, we ain't find no damn crystals, so I don't know what we're supposed to do about that. Maybe I gotta take a break real quick, have a cigarette and look at it. Try to figure out where the hell are the crystals? You know, same thing we're always trying to figure out. All right, well, we took out quite a bit of this shelf though, and I'm glad that we did. Now, maybe we can see what the hell is going on here, geologically speaking, because there was a bunch of crap in the way before. So, now that gives a much better idea, I think, to me at least. It's a little more organized. We can see how things are going. We got a nice big square block face right there to the right. And that one, you can see, it's all stepped. It's really stepped. And it's in part because I sculpted it that way. And I'm good at sculpting things. You know, breaking them. Good at breaking things. But then I can convince some people that that's a sculpture. It's been my job my whole life. Break things, convince people that's art. So here we are again in a different way. But I finally figured it out, that if you're gonna break things and you're gonna call it art, you should probably find something that people like a lot. So there you go, boom, crystals. Here we are. I found my calling, and I like crystals. So here we are. And crystals are art that was already made. I like that. I like that about it, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm not responsible for the geometry. It occurred naturally. That's just the way it is. Deal with it. I didn't make the rules. I'm just enforcing them. Okay. You know what I did? I brought some early American technology today. I brought an analog machine. You know, I boast a lot. Oh, I don't use machines, yada, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's heard all the shit, right? So this is like the crystal tube, right? But it's like for coffee. Yo. This is American technology, the thermos. Okay. $173 later, my coffee is still hot. And look how black it is. Just like I like my girlfriends. Black and sweet. A lot of sugar. And that's not a joke. Okay. I do like that. Okay, so here in Herkimer County, we got some cloudy skies. It's a pretty nice day out. It's a little bit blue. It's blue-gray. It's grayish and it's bluish at the same time. I like it. It's my kind of day. It's not really hot. It's also not cold. It's October in Herkimer County. So, any of you out there that think that you might like to venture to Herkimer County this year, you better do it fast. Because pretty soon, it's going to be so cold here you won't even believe it. Okay, so apparently my stupid jokes have gone too far and everyone has left. Understandable. I get it. Okay, so we got some dirt still going on here. We got some ledge going that way. We got dirt going this way. So we have a pretty good cutaway happening here, and we got a pocket. It's like a perfect cutaway of Herkimer County, because we got a ledge of cap rock, which is hard as nails, and you could beat that with a sledgehammer for the rest of your goddamn life, and you'll never break that cap rock. Right there. That's what that is. That is cap rock. You can see it. It's just solid as hell. It ain't going nowhere. We might be able to move it in large blocks. Get up under it, move it in large blocks. Unlikely in this scenario. We're in a pretty deep hole. We're broadcasting now live from a hole in the earth. And this is WROX, live from Rock and Roll Mine. For those of you who are just tuning in to the broadcast, we mine every day live during the season, and you'd be surprised at how late the season goes here, because we get out there in the freezing cold too. Okay, so here's what we're looking for, and here's what we found earlier, a little bit earlier. This strange shape, flat top, windowy Herc. It's just super clear, and if you look through it, there's some kind of a crazy geometric portal to another universe in there, and it's shaped like a triangle. Let's see if we can see it. The portal. It's in there. There it is. The triangle portal to the other dimension. This is Bonnie's birthday crystal. So, that's quite rare and cool. First of all, to have a flat terminated Herkimer diamond, and then it has a portal inside, a magical portal. Psh, man, you can't get anything. That's priceless. Portals? Try to buy a portal. See, get back to me on that. Go ahead and try to buy a portal. Look it up on Google. Look it up on Google. How much is a portal? Ask Siri. She will say, I don't know. That's what she'll say. But I can tell you that portals are priceless, and there's one in there. I might not be able to fully get it perfect triangle, but it's because of the reflection of the trees on the front of this big fat face here. And then if you flip it, you got this Herkimer diamond goodness. And that thing is sharp enough to kill a pig with. You could duct tape this to the end of a stick and do some hunting. And then go through a portal. All in the same Herkimer diamond. Who knew? I didn't know. But one thing that I do know is this coffee is good. And it's Bonbon Day. I know that. I didn't know that this morning when I woke up, but now I do. But I tend to forget things. I don't even know what day it is. But here we are with a couple of goats broadcasting from a hole in the ground on International Bonbon Day. Wow. And I thought my days were going to be boring. What do I know? That just goes to show anything can happen. Okay. These goats are talkative today. I just finished all my coffee and I'm out of granola bars. So, I guess there's nothing left to do but work. Here we go. Well, I had some safety glasses. There they went. Okay, here we are in a pocket. Can kind of see in there now, a little bit far back. Kind of see far back in there now, and I'm just gonna try to get some of this stuff that we couldn't reach. There could very well still be crystals back here because some of this is still collapsed roof or something. I don't know. Something's going on here. Might open up another area to get into if I can get this thing out. It's been really giving me a hard time the whole time. So it's some kind of a locked passage, possibly to another area if I can get it out. Get some calcite back there, some dolomite or something. Okay. Let's see about it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure that it goes any further. That might have just been some collapsed roof there, and that was it. This is a little bit much for this, but I'm gonna see how far I can get back up in here. Come on. I think it actually is still going a little bit in the back. It's hard to tell how far that'll do anything. Probably not very far. Okay, what do we got going on here? We might just be fucking around. But that's what we gotta do. We gotta fuck around and find out. It's actually my job description. I think it continues just into the rock wall there a little bit. these maneuvers. That ought to do it. Make a little room. Let's get in there. Well, this pocket is doing a really good job of showing how difficult it is to find pockets, because there ain't no pocket next to it and there ain't no pocket behind it. So what made it decide to have a pocket right here? Well, who knows? Just a big freaking hole in the ground. It probably has a lot to do with the fact that I told Michael and Ryan that there was a pocket right here. And so there was. Because I believed it. I told him if you go straight down right here, you're going to hit some nice vugs, then there's going to be a pocket. And they believed me. I believed me. And here we are. And they're sitting on a beach right now, somewhere in Florida, looking at all their Herkimer diamonds. That's Wrecking Crew. It's Wrecking Crew season. They come, they open up the new spots. They come back next season. That's how we do it here. Those boys go and they live the high life. They drink margaritas in Florida. And then season, when it's beautiful here and there's Herkimer diamonds to be had for all Wrecking Crew miners, they come up. They do a bunch of work for the mine. We all do a bunch of work, because I'm just a miner too. We all work. We all be working. Okay, so that's what we do. That's how Wrecking Crew rolls. Now they rolled out. Still here, trying to figure out, where does this hole in the earth lead to? I'm pretty sure it might lead to hell. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these two safety meetings that you can see right there in your view. We're just going to borrow those back from them. And then we're going to put them right back where they were before after we're done with them. One thing I can say is that I have eaten a lot of granola bars today. I've eaten like 4 granola bars today. That might be a record. Here we go. We're retrieving some safety meetings because we need them. We need them back. All right. Okay, so we are in this pocket. 99.99999% of the crystals have been extracted. We're just doing a cleanup now. And it's just part of all this stuff that we got to do here after pockets before the next pocket. We got to do safety meetings. Okay, we're about this far into this recycled safety meeting, which that's... Let me check out some comments. Andrea Lynn loves Bjork. That was a joke from earlier. I don't really remember because I stole it from somebody else. So if I didn't write the joke, it's, you know, it's hard for me to remember them. Yep, it's Bonnie's birthday. Today is International Bonbon Day. She's pretty. You're not buying candy this year, Donna? Really? You don't like candy anymore? What happened? Yeah, your husband deserves candy, so don't you even say that you're not buying any candy. Yeah, he deserves candy. Here we are with the safety meeting. Okay, Kayla is here. How are you doing, Kayla? I am doing quite well. It is International Bonnie Day, and I appreciate your participation. And last but not least, we come to the bonbon. You know, bonbon. We're going to throw that in there together. There you go. Throw one down for my homies. Okay. WROX is brought to you in part by the Cali Connection Seed Company. If you live in a legal grow state, check out the cannabis seeds provided by the CaliConnection.com, the largest and second oldest legal seed provider in the United States of America. Now, there's nothing more American than apple pie and cannabis. We know that for a fact because when we got to America, there were two things. apple pies and joints. Well, really, I think they smoked them out of pipes, but we're just gonna say joints because I like joints. So I'm gonna bend history just so, everybody does it. I'm just gonna bend history a little bit so that it favors my favorite things instead of those other people. I don't know who those people were. I don't know what they liked. I don't know what they did. But when my ancestors got to America, there were joints and apple pies. Okay? And we brought the whiskey stills. All right? Scots Irish. We brought the whiskey stills. The English brought a bunch of churches and weird people. And let's see, the Germans, they just built a bunch of barns and yep, we brought the whiskey stills. So I don't know what the hell the rest of any of those other people did, but like what the hell did the Amish bring? And then we made Scientologists. That's one great American institution. One great American institution. Scientology. That's what we have to show for all this work. Okay, so we're just going to get back to work and forget about all that because that'll make you feel stupid, won't it? Yep. Okay, well, since we're here, we're going to just test on some of this. See if any of it moves when we stick something in there. All right, well, let's see. How long have we been doing this live for? 150 minutes and 1 second. I don't know how long that is, but it sounds pretty long. Two hours and 30 minutes and 22 seconds. Okay, well, I think that seems like I should probably eat some food before I die. Live on camera. And for WROX, this is Sean Adam, your host, saying thank you for participating in International Bonbon Day. She's very pretty is the tagline of the party. If you got the invite, then you're a VIP, and you should know that we ain't never gonna stop. So you can tune in tomorrow, you can tune in the next day, and the next day after that, and we're still gonna be finding Herkimer diamonds, okay? Every day. Every day is not International Bonbon Day. So it might not be as cool of a day as today, but we're just gonna keep it moving. And then it'll be International Bonbon Day again, and we can all celebrate. 10-4, good buddies, over and out. Be safe out there.